Hello, it's me, Tragedy Watkins. YouTube is all about the hands. Martin N just dropped this fucking new Hoover off. So, let's get in it. Let's have a look, see what we got. So, if you know me, you might know that I clean chimneys. And if you didn't know that, now you do. And for some years, maybe 11 years probably, we've been using this Sealy vacuum cleaner. Yeah, I've taken it apart because I've just cleaned the filter and stuff out. So this one here, Sealy power product, 20 litre wet and dry industrial vacuum cleaner, 1400 watts maximum. And she has done us really well over the years. We've always gone for the slightly smaller Hoovers because we do go into a lot of cottages and a lot of small houses, and it's not conducive for us to have these big lugging crazy soot monsters that you see some of the sweeps online have. Usually the Yanks, because they've got to have everything massive and bigger, and to be honest, if you saw the state of their chimneys over there, you'd understand. But for us down in Wales, cottages, small places, big Hoover, not great. So yeah, we've had her a long time. She's still going quite strong, but what we found is now we're emptying her every job, cleaning the filter down every job. She gets a bit sluggish a bit quicker than she used to, and so I thought, well, we'll just get another one. So we've got two anyway. It helps. It's two of us on the job sometimes, so it's good for that. But just better to be safe, really, because it's a very important piece of equipment for us. So yeah, one of the biggest drawbacks to this particular vacuum cleaner is the tube that came with it is really long. So yeah, I mean, here it is laid out on the floor, and that is a big old tube, which normally for a Hoover you'd think would be really, really good, but actually it makes things a bit worse for us because it curls up a lot, and it's quite a narrow tube, and it's obviously got a lot of ribs in it, if that's what you want to call them, and so it blocks very easily, basically, like very easily. Get a little bit of old firewood in there, or a thick cloggy bit of ash or something, and it just fucks the whole thing up, really. Anything with a bit of weight in it gets stuck in the curves in the tube. So usually one of us is hoovering and the other one's massaging the tube and straightening the tube out and wrapping the Hoover around and keeping it going. So we always meant to sort of cut it down a bit, and just never really got around to it, to be honest. Lovely. So we picked this thing up. It's a Titan brand, 30 litres, so a little bit bigger, 1400 watts, same capacity, motor, wattage, wet and dry like ours. We never really use the wet mode, but sometimes we get wet soot and whatnot, so it's good to know that it takes care of that. There you go. So I looked at quite a few different Hoovers, all different makes and models and whatnot, and it kind of boiled down to, well, budget for one, availability another, and then just sort of how well they were rated and what people in kind of chimney pages were using. This isn't actually the one I was going to go for. I was going to go for a different make, and I've seen a few people in the chimney forums talking about them. I'm just drinking a cup of tea. There you go, cup of tea. And anyway, it became not great trying to get hold of one of them. All different stores didn't have them, and they were on like some kind of special offer, so again they got snagged up, and basically my choices were the one down from the one I wanted, or the one up, and there was quite a price hike. So just a bit of test paper for the fire in the future. some kind of woo jet for the throw. Might be handy. Nozzle Do Extreme. Look at that. Oh, another Nozzle Do Extreme. So I'm guessing these bits make the pushy tube. So, okay, so there's 2 sections of plastic. The one that we had with that one, obviously being a Sealy, metal, God knows where it is. I haven't got a clue. I don't think we've ever used it since it came. And there you go. This is... Wow, it's a fucking Hoover. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, we knew what it was going to be. Can't really make this as exciting as anything else. Look at that. It's not the fucking Honer organ yesterday, is it? I guess inside in here we've got some wheels. I think they might be in there just to keep the old Russian doll gift thing going. So this actually came in with better reviews and more of them than the thing that I wanted that I couldn't get hold of. And this was my one concern, is always these things here. These are about on par with our old Hoover, to be fair. And okay, yeah, no, they're good. 'Cause, you know, the last thing you want to be doing is taking this thing out through someone's house and the top come off. No sir. So it's got a, just give you a little tour. Hello, I'm the Hoover. It's got a little pluggy what's it wobble here, so you can plug in your power tools and you'll woo when you're using your sander or whatnot. I've tried that out on the other one in the workshop a couple of times, and it's always a function that, to be honest, I found to be a bit shit and a waste of time. Just put the Hoover on, you know. There's always a bit of a delay, and then it, I don't know. To me, it seems a bit daft. This is the drainage cornolio for the wet use mode thing. We leave them on there. We don't mess with that really. That's the word Titan on a sticker. And yeah, let's get into the bones. Lifty handle. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that really. I suppose we do a lot of Hoover lifting. Generally use the handle to get out of the car, but taking it back out, we tend to sort of hold it like a baby, so that we know that it's not going to open or anything like that. So, I mean, hopefully this will last. I can't say that it feels flimsy or anything like that. Although I don't think that there's a bar going through there. I think this is literally just stuck on the sides here. You know, I'm not going to be shoving it around in case I break it. But that's probably it, isn't it? It's not the most expensive thing in the world. Interesting. The filter is smaller than our current Hoover. You know, I'm not really seeing this as a replacement per se. If it turns out this thing can't chooch the chooch, then I'll just use it in the house or something. Right, here we go. So we've got the tube. And I'd say it's about as thin as the other one. Might have the same attachment on it, which could be useful. Yeah, but it's about the same length as the other one. I could always take this thing off if it's going to be a problem. But it is shorter, and I think that's going to make things a bit more manageable. I don't think it's narrower, but I can always chuck it on there and have a look. Big bolshy wheel. It's so similar. It's pretty much a carbon copy, isn't it? So I don't think there's a... I don't know if there is a specific way around to stick these on. Let's put it on. Maybe we can make it look more ridiculous now. God, it's quite a chunky boy, isn't it? Like off-road wheels or something. Oh, there are numbers. Oh, there are numbers. I've accidentally aligned it with the numbers anyway, so that's pretty good going because I didn't see them before. These ones aren't numbered, just the back ones. Okay. We got a do. Now that's quite handy. That could be used for something, cleaning the fires or whatever. We got some screws. This, that. All right. What I'm not seeing is the Fandango doodad going on there. I mean, it's got this thing, but you see it? I can see it. You know something now? We might have to we might have to resort to the manual do destructionalis and see if there's a bit I ain't seeing here somewhere. So let's have a look. Okay, now, so I've looked at the colouring in book, and no, there ain't nothing that clicks onto that thing on the back. So just to show you, maybe it's an additional purchase or something I gotta make, but this is the thing that lives on the back of the Sealy. There's a filter in here, and then we wrap it in a wet wipe just to make sure no extra dust comes through, just in case the filter goes, you know, extra paranoid. See, she does fit on there. A little bit loose, but mostly good. So maybe there's a thing I can get. Oh, I can't get the bastard thing off now. Well, now it lives there. Oh, here we go. There. So maybe there is one I can get. And if so, then I'll get it. So let's put it together. Come see, come sound, and let's put the waboo ball on the up on there, like that. That's good. We'll probably never use them, they will just fall off and disappear. For now, we can be all completist about our fancy new shiny hoo-hoo. And there's some crud on the floor here, probably courtesy of the cat or myself. I think I'm supposed to screw these wheels on with the included thingy-hoo-hoos. You know, I was just looking there for the plug lead. It's in my hand, so that's funny. Just unplug the Bakelite organ. If you haven't seen my video on the Bakelite organ, then you're missing out. It's more interesting than this one, which is about a Hoover. Let's get the new tube. I guess something actually is we're going to put the bag in it to start with. I mean, we never really bother with these on the account of the fact that they don't last 5 minutes, which is easier just to empty the thing out, clean it out and whatnot. But yeah, you know, if we're going to try it for a bit of domestica use, let's give her a go. I'm sure that's probably right. Like that. lovely newness. It's so rare that I buy anything new that it really is a pleasure when I do. Now, you know, I'll probably put this whiz in the car, whether or not we're using. Probably not. And let's get Mr. Turbo Tube here back over to the new. I actually have a job in about 45 minutes, so hopefully this Hoover's going to be just great. Right, we're 15 minutes in, so let's not keep you. I don't really edit this kind of stuff too much because I can't be bothered. So we got this crud on the floor. We got our tube. I think we all know how this is going to go. Oh, the power. Jeez. God, look. Good. Ready? Oh. You've seen it here, folks. There was crud on the floor and now there isn't. So that's kind of what you want, isn't it? Let's just take this little tube system out for a little spin here. So the end is very basic. You got a bit of little stiff brushings there, and a kind of slidey plastic thing at the back. It's kind of like bristles, but it's actually stuck together. And you know, that's it. There's no frills, there's no lever you stomp on to make things go up and down or anything like that. It's just straight to the job. There's the crevice. It goes into this tube that's thanks to AVE videos on the internet, I'd say this has got the glass fibers in. And if my knife wasn't in the car, I'd give it a little slicey, but it has that texture and that feel about it. So maybe we could find out. So very grateful, never knew that before, learned that from the internet, so you'd be amazed. And then it's all put together, you know. So I've used cheap supermarket hoovers before for the house. They'll pull along things. We got a tube similar to this, and you move back and forth and the whole thing just fucking falls apart. But you know, that feels in. Like I can twist and pull, but when she's in, and you know, all the way up to the end. Kind of, right, it's on the floor. There's no real sort of weight in it. It's a bit too kind of short for me. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to be really using this thing, but you know, if you were thinking of doing it, I'm 5'11". This is kind of down here. If I wanted it kind of comfortable height, it bends the debris up from the floor. So, you know, not a deal breaker for me, but if you're watching this because you actually want to know what this Hoover's like, then you'd want to know that, right? So let's have a look. Well, you know, the cat's not impressed. Meow. Don't worry, he's very moody. He doesn't like anyone disturbing his calm. The cat's not impressed. But I gotta say, I think I am. I think I am. I could see this being quite handy for the house actually, because I come through here with a steamer to get in all this grout and clean this floor up. It's quite a bit of a mare to clean up, especially when you've got a spastic cat like I have. And it makes mess everywhere all the time. So I come in with the steamer, but one of the things that's been a problem up until now is been cleaning it up after. You know, I have to go through a lot of big old towels to dry the floor and kind of mop it down and make sure the dirt's not just sticking back to it. So maybe having this sucky thing or wet floor hoover might be good, because that end there, as you're pushing it, it's a nice bit of friction. It feels like, you know, it's pushing down, and it's not just sucking up loose dirt, it's kind of scraping it off the floor. There's a little part of me that, because my hoover for the house is rubbish, I've hated it since the day we got it. It works, but barely. So this is the one I got for the house. It's a fucking disaster. I hate it. And it's really, when you're a cripple, it's hard enough to do anything anyway, but when you've got to lug this fucking thing around all the time, it's horrible. So I really hate it. I'm not going to say it's kind of ineffective. I mean, I emptied it the other day, and I hoovered through the house for like the first time in ages, and it's obviously full, but it's not great, to be honest. The carpet beater's really pernickety, and it's not all that powerful, and it's really hard to do the stairs with it and stuff, and all the accessories disappeared like they always do with hoovers, even though you never take them anywhere. So the day I can get rid of that, I'll be happy. So anyway, that's pretty much summarised that up. If you're looking at getting a low cost hoover, I mean, I did that because I'm a cheapskate, but this is the BX220AW Titan vacuum cleaner. There you go. So you wanted to know that stuff. 30 litres, 20 power, 1400 watts, big bucket, wet stuff, dry stuff, and I guess we'll find out if I can get an extra filter on the back, just to be sure. Sure I can. Stainless steel, blower function, wet and dry, convenient accessory storage, power tool takeoff socket, tank drain. I mean, for cleaning out the fireplace, there you go. What more do you need? So there you go. I've been trying to do Watkins, and this has been a review about this hoover. Goodbye.